All right.
Go or not go?
Go.
How do you do? We're about to unfold the story of
The Son of Frankenstein.
This one is probably just as bad as his father. Good morning, son.
Well, hello.
My son, you have inherited the fortune of the Frankensteins. I trust you will not inherit their fate.
By heaven, I think you're a worse fiend than your father. What are you gonna do about it? There's a monster afoot and you know it.
Well, we warn you.
Wait a minute. I got Happy New Year!
Hey.
Actually, it's not New Year's yet.
Almost.
Happy almost New Year. You've been warned. Welcome back to Frankenstein Minute, the podcast that dissects the Universal Frankenstein film series minute by minute. I'm Bill Evans.
You're right, Bill. It does just that.
Is that right?
That's an accurate description.
Excellent.
Yes, I'm Thom Lang, and you join us.
Is that true?
It is.
Oh, excellent.
I am.
Good.
I have a certificate that proves it.
Is that right?
Yeah,
Does
actually
it?
I have two of them.
Did you bring your vaccination card?
I
by
do
any
have.
chance?
It's in the car.
Hey, I got a booster. Did you get a booster?
No.
Yeah, I went and got a booster. CVS. Well, now people. This is old news. It's 2022 almost.
Almost.
But back when I did it, there were some, you had to prove, there were eligibility questions.
Right.
Oh, when I did it, I went to CVS, they didn't ask any questions.
You join us for minute 29.
Oh, is that right?
Captivating minute from 1939's Son of Frankenstein.
Yeah, okay. So just so we're clear, the first thing that happens is Igor stops knocking on his neck.
Yes,
That's good.
That's good.
That's a plus. That's a great way to start.
That's a good, yep.
The next thing that happens is Igor asks Wolf if he's a doctor.
Well, I don't think he's re-asking him. It's almost like stating,
it's like
so,
saying, yeah,
you're
like
a doctor, eh?
Kind of like, yeah, the way I talk, the way I'm like, oh, so you're Thom Lang. Like, I guess
Yeah.
I just did that, yes.
Yeah.
So as we know, you're a doctor.
And Wolf says, well, amongst other things, yes. And I think he's being modest here.
Okay.
Wolf is, because amongst other things that he's a Chinese jet pilot.
Oh, no.
He's a camel herder, balloon ascensionist, Turkish prison guard, Victorian midwife. He's a part-time cigar store Indian.
Okay.
And a fully licensed and bonded hen teaser.
I don't know. Is this
That was a
list?
Monty Python.
Wow.
Then you cut to Eric
Some of
Idle.
it sounded familiar to
Just
me.
the last one.
Oh, okay.
And then you cut to Eric Idle saying in Italian, "What's a hen teaser?"
Che cosa? È la stuzzicatore di porco.
Ah, got it. I think Basil Rathbone
That's really the only notes that
would make an excellent cigar store Indian.
Yeah.
All right. What does he really mean by that?
That's as close to a bit as
why?
I have.
Yeah, well, that's
Yeah,
good.
yeah.
You know,
why
like I
does he-
said.
yeah.
Wait a second. That sound of the bell can only mean one thing.
That was New Year's bell.
It's a New Year's bell. All right, Bill's bell update. No bell.
Okay.
So
yeah, I know. What does he mean by amongst
what does he
other
mean by
things?
that?
Well, he said he was. It's inferred that he
He's
was
a teacher.
college professor.
He's a college professor.
So
yeah.
okay, there's that. He's a father. He's a husband.
He's a
He's
prick.
a prick. Yeah.
Yeah, we know that.
Yep.
We've seen that. He's a father.
Yeah, I say he's father.
You
He's
know,
a husband.
Son. Technically, he's a father.
Technically, yeah.
He's legally.
Yeah, legally,
he's considered a
yeah,
father.
yeah.
He's a Frankenstein.
He's a Frankenstein.
He's Sherlock Holmes.
Sheriff of Nottingham.
Is he? 38. So yeah, right. Yeah, he is.
yeah.
That is before this.
Yeah.
Interesting. I'd forgotten that.
Yep.
I'm sure I've mentioned it before, and if I hadn't mentioned it enough, I don't think it can be said enough. This film's made pretty much at the exact same time as Hound of the
On the
Baskervilles.
Baskervilles, yeah.
Tom Weaver pointed this out like last year on the Classic Horror Film Board. That overlap is almost exactly.
The shooting dates are they
and he's
line
the
up.
star of both of these movies. Oh, that's right. Hound of Baskervilles, he disappears
for
half an
like
hour. Maybe 40 minutes
2/3 of the film
to go make Son of Frankenstein.
Yeah.
presumably. All right, that's probably it. Okay, that's what he is.
Yep.
He's a cigar store Indian. Music.
You come with me.
Yep. And then he steps toward Wolf.
Then Wolf raises the gun. And
Raises
is
the
like,
gun,
okay.
but jumps away.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool, that part.
It's a
I
nice
like
little
that.
moment.
Yep. And then something happens.
And we're treated to literally
Yeah, literally.
30 seconds. I timed it.
Is that true?
30 seconds of Igor struggling to open very thick and evidently very heavy door.
Yes.
Which
Sorry, I got to go sign for a package.
are you serious?
No, I'm joking. I don't know what that was. I'm sorry. But I did leave my alerts on because I was worried about
Because
that.
of the
So I'm
package.
sorry.
Yeah, no,
do,
that's
do you want to know what it was?
Sure.
The Amazon Prime Video app on my phone wants to let me know that the first episode of The Wheel of Time is available.
Perfect.
I don't use that app. I don't care.
I don't even know what the Wheel of Time is.
Good.
Is it a game show? No. It's a sequel to See what's a Wheel of Fortune where you can
But it's a time machine.
spin it to dial and
So
find out what year
spin
you
it
go
and then
back to.
You see if you can prevent the Kennedy assassination.
Yep,
That'd be a great game show.
I would.
Maybe you could just
Netflix.
assassinate people. That's what your job is, to see if you can kill Kennedy. You got 3 shots.
Yeah, the guy who spun and got kill Hitler failed.
Yeah.
He did not.
The Hitler one.
He got the.
They did 3 seasons of Hitler.
He got some parting gifts. The home version.
The one guy blew up the boardroom, but nobody got hurt.
Wow! Happy New Year!
Yeah, this year is off to a great start.
Well,
it's
we're
the
just
end.
at the end of this tumultuous year. It's brighter in whatever area they're going into than it is the area they're leaving.
I don't.
They open the door and it's brighter back there than it is in the laboratory that they're in. It's brighter lit.
Okay, so that obviously doesn't make any sense. I guess the roof is gone, so maybe everything.
Just the sun is shining.
There's more. There's less roof in there.
I don't know. But it is 30 seconds of, and the music is, boy, it's trying to make it seem like this is really
Music
exciting.
is way over the top. So I'll say this: it helps. In Skinner's defense, it helps.
Yeah, because if it weren't there, you would just be like,
yeah, we need some help here. I think it's too long. So I'm not going to say that.
You think?
I wish it was a video podcast. You could see Tom's face when I said that. So, yes, it's too long, but it's not. Like you said, it's 30 seconds. So again, you're the Frankenstein Minute officially approved canonical version of Son of Frankenstein we can cut like 10 seconds out of this, but it doesn't.
The thing is, the trouble with that is
the
trouble with that is there's really nothing to cut to.
Well, that's true.
Unless we just use a close up.
Speed it up. And just have them, yanking really fast. That might work.
That works.
But they're trying to. Obviously, I don't need to explain to you what the point of all this is. He's making a big show out of the fact that it's very heavy.
It's a very heavy door,
and it takes a lot of work and effort to get this done.
It's
not entirely successful.
Lee steps in and says, cut. Let's try that again. Bella, you sell it as heavy, but do it a little faster. Just speed that up a little.
Oh, I see. I thought you were going to say there was a previous cut where he did it in 20 seconds. I said, no.
Yeah, well, maybe.
Bela.
This being Roland V. Lee and this being Son of Frankenstein, that's very possible.
I mean, like,
pad that out.
There's actually, in the script book here, they mention a couple of times this guy who was on set from the studio in his reports back.
He's like, I don't know what the hell is going on.
There's no script. This is a fucking nightmare. That guy is sitting there watching, and Lee turns to him and says, "How much money has Bella made today?"
Yeah.
And he's like, well, these 20 seconds of screen time have almost put him to an additional $500. Cut! Yeah. You're going to have to take 30.
Yeah.
30 seconds next time. It's not entirely successful either, because when he first sort of pulls on it, it kind of looks like it's not very heavy.
It's not heavy.
Yeah,
it does
and then
move.
it comes back. He pulls on it and then it shifts back. And I have no idea why that would happen with a stone, unless there's a...
Well, the balance might be off.
Yeah,
like we were talking about doors
Yep.
earlier, because I have to go put some in my new home, and it is tricky to hang them just right so they are balanced.
Yeah, it's a tricky business, and obviously this is a failure here.
Tricky. It's also tricky to rock and rhyme.
It's tricky to... That's right, tricky. On time it's tricky. Speaking of music, the harp is too much.
I could lose the harp.
Like Paul McCartney told Phil Spector after he heard the remix of The Long and Winding Road, the harp is too much. Actually, there's a remix of this album that came out late last year, or we're still this year.
It's still this year.
Where Giles Martin, George Martin's son, has been doing the remixes of the Beatles albums as they come out. And then when they put out Let It Be, he went to Paul McCartney and delivered the bad news. I intend to use Phil Spector's mixes of all these songs that you hate so much. Notoriously, Paul McCartney hates these mixes. And his only response was, well, okay, but could you... bring the harp down a little. And that would be my take on this part. The harp is like, to me, the way the harp is, it sounds like, because you've seen, I'm doing the motion because you've seen Harpo
do it.
It sounds like we're trying to say, oh, something magical and mysterious and fascinating is happening here. Because there is a mystery behind this
They're entering the land of Oz or something, and it's just not happening.
It's just a bit, a bit too much. But then when that stops and it turns in, I'm okay with it then because there is some suspense.
It's back to the score as we know it.
Yeah.
And you've gone on record as being notoriously anti-harp already.
Well, when Harpo starts playing the harp, if I gotta go to the bathroom, I'm not gonna
that's the time. That's the time.
If I already gotta go, but some of it's good. I'd just much rather watch Chico
play the piano and have fun.
That's I got all the time in the world.
Yeah, because Chico's having a grand time and Harpo was very serious playing.
Yeah, Harpo turned his face he doesn't even look like himself.
Yeah.
He turns all serious.
Yeah.
To play like one of the world's easiest instruments.
Is it?
You know how hard it is to play the fucking harp? It's tuned. It's like
I have no idea.
You can't play the wrong note. It's not like a guitar where you can play in different keys by where you put your fingers. There's nothing else. There isn't anything. You're just plucking.
You've got to know which ones to pluck though to play the tune.
You say so.
Have you played a harp?
One and a little.
Have you really?
Like 1 minute maybe I played with one once.
Okay.
But that's my understanding.
See, you have more harp experience than I do then, so.
That's my understanding.
I can't say for
my
sure.
understanding is you tune the harp. Once the harp is tuned to the correct key, you kind of can't fuck it up.
Okay.
You know, people will write in as they do.
As I want to do. Yeah.
2022 is we're just going to be flooded
with harpists.
With harp enthusiasts.
Harpists are
explaining why they've canceled their Patreon.
All over us for that.
Igor's got all kinds of shit on him. He's got a horn hanging on a strap.
Yep.
He's got like a hammer and a chisel.
Yep.
We've already seen he's got
an apron,
like
a leather apron, like a blacksmith's apron.
Is he a blacksmith? What is he?
He is, because later on he says, "I'm blacksmith."
Oh, okay.
And,
well, that's pretty clear.
And every book ever written about this film calls him a shepherd, and I do not know why. Other than just the horn, maybe, and what we'll see the monster wearing in a few minutes.
Does he have sex with the sheep or anything like that?
They said.
Perfect.
Yeah, we didn't rehearse that. That was
unrehearsed. We did that Roland V. Lee style.
Yeah, you just gave me that minutes before we started rolling.
That's right. I wrote it. Yeah, but we didn't memorize it, so to speak. Right.
And Wolf reluctantly follows him into this.
Well, first Wolf takes maybe a step back and lowers the gun, while this clearly in multiple ways disabled or afflicted person is struggling
mightily
he's in battle with this stone wall that he's pulling on. And then what I love about it is, and I honestly didn't notice it again until this time, as soon as he's done, Igor's done pulling on this thing, he turns to Wolf and nods. Like, yeah, fuck you. You could have helped me.
Thanks, fucker.
Thanks, asshole. Is this a hidden door? What is this?
Well, it's got a big giant ring that you pull on it.
Is this the first time we've talked about this in this movie?
Yeah.
Because it isn't. We had another door that was a hidden door that Igor opened that had a latch on it. Like, is this movie's just full of hidden doors that have handles on them?
Yeah, so it's not hidden real well, because also before he starts pulling it, you can kind of see the outline of where the actual door is.
Yeah, that too. Yeah, well, also the stone wall itself is just slightly bigger than the door.
Yeah.
It's like it's put up just a stone wall and a big...
Because the rest of the walls are smooth.
This will keep out disabled people who are unable to pull hard enough to open this.
Yes, there we go.
That was the goal.
That was it. Well, Henry hires the handicap. We've seen that.
That's true. That's true.
He's progressive in that way.
That's right. I was trying to think of what that's called. There's like a... I'm a failure. Isn't there some law about what am I thinking of? Who cares? You find it, you paste it in my voice.
Well, no, because I know what you mean, and because I was looking at the hotels that I might choose in California,
right?
And they all have the whatever it is compliant rooms as well.
This castle is not compliant. Not compliant.
No.
But Igor still gets the door.
He managed to get around.
No help from Wolf.
Yeah. Thanks a lot.
I almost called him Henry. Yeah.
Then we cut to this nice eerily backlit shot of this sort of tunnel incline sort of thing. It looks like it was just kind of carved out of the rock itself. And it looks extremely slippery.
Yeah, it does look that way. Yeah.
But apparently not, because everybody toddles down it. Even Karloff later just toddles down it like it's nothing.
Yeah. I think it's neat that we've already had an episode with the word Caligari in the title. This looks like a shot
It
from
does
Caligari.
look like a very Caligari-esque,
exactly
yeah.
And it's gorgeous, too.
It's really nice.
We've gone from, that room that I concede is not,
not very cinematic. dramatic, not very
fantastic,
exciting. Yeah.
to something really amazing.
Yeah, this looks great.
I think I should have said this before, but Igor's really strong. Like I mentioned last week that he's agile, or the week before, that he was agile to
scaling
get down that
chain.
thing, and now he's pulling these chains, and he's a really strong. He's a capable fella.
Despite his handicap,
despite his multiple afflictions,
he's
starting with his teeth. He's a pretty capable guy.
He is. He's had to.
I admire him.
He's had to, because they threw him in there, and who knows how long ago that was.
And where did he land? Did they throw him in? They just probably opened the door. They probably just opened that door that Wolf came in.
I doubt they went up. I doubt they went up on the roof and threw him in.
Dropped him in the sulfur pit.
Maybe that's maybe that's what we saw lying in there in that shot of the pit. It wasn't the monster.
But we see that's Igor there, and then he gets up,
quick
runs around the outside.
No, we already saw him before that.
Doesn't really work.
That's what I got.
All right. So what the hell is this? Who made this? There must be something super. This would be a good lead into next week. If we hit the half-hour mark, Felicity's going to be just pissed off.
We're barely 15 minutes now.
There's a great anticipation to
what this
next
is.
minute.
Yeah.
Basically.
What's down here?
It's a super secret thing that no one should know about. We've got a wall that no one would ever know.
No
one
would ever see the door other than the outline of the door opening and the giant ring that you pull on to open.
They don't even have a candle that you have to lift up or anything, or a door and a thing, or I'm sorry, a book that you have to pull out of the bookcase.
Yeah,
none of that.
None of that.
No, this is
none of the trappings.
And then once you do that, then you're in this slippery, weird.
Yeah.
In lieu of a staircase.
No, it's a slippery looking incline.
You just could slide down it probably.
Well, like I said, it looks
like a water slide. It looks like a water slide.
It looks wet. It looks extremely slippery, but nobody ever has any issue. Igor just literally toddles down it.
Yeah.
And kind of like he's one of the seven dwarfs, just down this.
Is that? Does he? I don't know, because I wasn't paying attention to the way he walked. Does he walk funny?
I'm doing this.
Yeah, but you're doing that. Okay, so as you're doing that, let's remember he's multiple afflictions affecting each side of his. I don't know, torso or shoulders.
He looks like he's almost.
Are you mocking him? Are you mocking the afflicted?
No, I am not. I think he's enjoying this. Is what I'm getting to.
He being the character or the actor?
Yes, the character.
Okay.
Igor is enjoying this.
Okay, so he's enjoing this process of leading Wolf
down here.
Yeah.
That's about it.
Follow us on Patreon. Or give us money. Or what
give us money.
Give us money. Fuck you.
Yeah, just give us money. What you do is you go to www.patreon. What is it? Did I screw it up?
No one says www.
Well, it's because I'm an old man.
You're an old man.
I go on the interwebs,
It's
I go
fantastic.
to the Facebooks.
It's fantastic. It's so charming that we give work to the elderly.
I'm a grandfather,
That's right, you're a grandfather.
I am.
Yeah, that's something. Speaking of grandfather, come back next week. We'll have more to say about
grandfathers.
Patreon.com/Frankenstein Minute.